Hey everyone, it's Eric, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make these Origami Ninja Stars or Ninja Shurikens. So these are pretty simple to make and they look pretty cool. You can throw them like real Ninja Shurikens, and I'm just going to get this tutorial started. For this project you're going to need one square sheet of paper, and we are going to rip it in half or cut it in half if you want to. So for me, I'm just going to fold this like that and fold it backwards just to get that crease a little bit weakened, and then you can just tear it right down the middle like so. So now we have two evenly sized rectangles, and they are all twice as long as they are wide. So put one aside, we're just going to start with one moment. Okay, so take this, fold it in half like that. So if you're using origami paper, make sure that the white is on the inside of that fold you've just made. And now take this and fold it in half like that. Okay, so now you can see we have a crease line right in the middle of this. Now we are going to take these edges and fold them up to them. So I'm going to take the first one and fold it up to that edge. So this is the bottom half. I'm going to fold it up to the edge and I'm going to fold it to my right. Now it doesn't really matter which way you fold this, but you need to remember which way. So I folded it to my right, and that's very important. Now I'm going to take the top one and I'm going to fold it to the line, but I'm going to fold it the other way. In this case, to my left. Now flip it over and you should have something that looks like this. You're going to take one of the ends and fold it up against that line like that. So we have something that looks like this. If you do it like this, that is not correct. You're just sort of extending this line. We want to go against it. And on the other side, we also want to do that same thing. Again, going against the line, not with it. And that should leave you with a zigzag. And on this side, two pieces that come apart. Okay, so now it's time to do our second piece. You're going to want to take your square rectangle thing and fold it in half. This starts out the same way, except until we get to the part where we fold the ends over to one side. Okay, so if you remember, when I made my first one, I folded the bottom half to my right. So this time I need to fold the bottom half to my left. So it doesn't matter if you start out with going to the left or going to the right, or if you just remember it by which way you folded the top one. It honestly doesn't matter, but you need to do the opposite. So this time the top one's going to be folded to my right, the bottom one's going to be folded to my left, the opposite of my other one. And then again, I fold these down, going opposite, not with. So I'm going against. Again, on this side, do the same thing. I'm left with the zigzag. It can open on this side. So now if we take our other one here, you can see that these are in fact opposites. And now we're going to put them together. So take one piece and make sure that this open end is facing down. Then take the other piece and make sure the open end is facing up. And now you're going to take one of these pieces sticking out from the bottom piece, and you're just going to want to fold it over along this crease. And you can see it overlaps this flap, so we just need to open this flap and lock that in there. And then we have this flap to tuck in. So we'll flip over our star, and we'll take this flap, and it overlaps this flap. So we'll just stick that in there. We'll flip it back over, and we'll take this flap and we can see that it overlaps this flap, so we just have to open that up. And now we have our final flap to tuck in, which is right here. This one can be a little tricky, just sort of try to open up that flap with your fingernails. You might have to bend the star a little bit. There we go. And you can just slide that into there. And you may have to do a little bit of adjusting. If you pull these over, then it's gonna let that slide in a little bit nicer. And there you go, you have your completed Ninja Star. I hope you liked this video. If you did, it really helps me out if you subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.